Warm greetings and a big virtual embrace to the entire Turkish Spotlight Secrets family. Welcome back to the place where glitter meets grit, where headlines are only the starting line, and where we take you past the glossy veneer to the beating heart of the story. If you imagine 2025 would fade out with a whisper, think again. Turkish stardom decided to end the year on a crescendo, and at the center of this finale stand the two names everyone whispers with a smile. Cemre and Gökberk Yildirim. Tonight is not about red carpets or staged perfection. Tonight is about the question that has followed us all year long: when the cameras power down and the city lights blur into the distance, who are our icons, truly? On Turkish Spotlight Secrets, we finally pull that curtain back. Before we dive into the good stuff, make sure you're subscribed, turn on notifications so you never miss a reveal, and if you value thoughtful, intimate storytelling, consider pressing the join button. Your membership keeps Turkish Spotlight Secrets independent and fearless, and it places you right at our table where we dissect every look, every whisper, every clue. Are you ready to witness the moments no one else has shown you? Let's begin. The closing days of 2025 have etched themselves into the digital memory of Turkey, not with scandal, but with sincerity. Just when skeptics muttered about distance or fatigue, Cemre and Gökberk did something no one predicted. They opened the door to what they affectionately call their forbidden archive. Not publicity reels. Not studio-crafted teasers. A raw cache of memories tucked away on their phones, private and unguarded, as if saved for a rainy day that never came, until now. The footage unfolds like a tender home movie with cinematic soul, whisking us away from the pulsing arteries of Istanbul to a hidden sanctuary where the only noise is the wind. And there it is, the first image that steals your breath. Cemre, stripped of the polished armor of fame, no makeup, no filters, just morning light on honest skin. The camera doesn't flatter or deceive here, it simply listens. It's startling in the most beautiful way. The screen feels quieter just looking at her. Next to her, the bright echo of Gökberk Yildirim's laughter rings through like a bell, soulful and contagious, the kind of sound that makes walls lower without you noticing. The peace between them is almost touchable. For these two, luxury is not a yacht or a penthouse, luxury is permission to be themselves, unedited. Now, Turkish Spotlight Secrets family, I want to ask you something. In a culture obsessed with the illusion of perfection, how much do you appreciate seeing your favorites in their simple, human light? Tell us in the comments. Your voice keeps this channel alive. And while you're sharing your thoughts, hit like if you savor this deeper, warmer dive into their world. From there, the archive pivots into a cozy rom-com written by life. Forget sets, forget continuity, forget flawless takes. Cemre and Gökberk invite us into their kitchen, the sacred center of their everyday rhythm, and it's here that love reveals its truest recipe: equal parts effort, humor, and mercy. In one scene that has already melted timelines, we catch Gökberk in an apron, eyes laser-focused as he attempts a surprise dessert. The anticipation is sweet, the result, not so much. The cake emerges from the oven blackened at the edges, the middle sunken, a sugar dream scorched by timing gone rogue. It's the kind of mishap that fuels tension in less sturdy homes. But watch what happens. Cemre doesn't frown. She laughs, big, bright, unstoppable. She cups his face, teases him gently, and declares the effort a triumph of heart if not of technique. He shrugs, grinning with mock defeat, and drops a line that instantly becomes a couple's catchphrase: that intentions sometimes taste better than the dessert. The message lands. Together, they can take the sting out of failure and turn it into a memory that glows. A quick pause before we roll forward. If you want more of this kind of thoughtful, meticulous storytelling, tap the join button. It's how you help Turkish Spotlight Secrets stay true to its voice. Members get exclusive badges and early peeks. We'd love to welcome you into that circle. Then we move into the grind that no one likes to romanticize: sweat and sore muscles. Their workouts together are stitched into the reel like a vow. Cemre battles through a set, determined. Gökberk cracks a joke toward the camera about having the toughest gig, motivating the person he loves when she's 2 reps away from quitting. You see a teasing smile between them, but you also see trust. The choreography is not choreographed at all, spotting hands, breath counts, the shared triumph of a difficult finish. This is what teamwork looks like without fanfare. Steel forged in small moments, strength feeding strength. Then, the scene changes like a painting, a forest blanketed in fresh snow. The light is blue and clean. Their dogs are the chaos of joy, punching tiny tracks into the white. Gökberk sprints ahead, childish, arms wide, the pets vaulting after him. Cemre's voice drifts over the images, amused and warm, calling, "My little crazies." You forget the city. You forget the stage. All you see is a couple who loves loud and lives softly, people who fill the quiet with laughter and look at the world as something to be shared. All of that is build-up, though, because the archive saves its breath for a final scene that lands like a held note finally released. The turn to New Year's Eve is seamless. Sportswear yields to elegance, the brisk snow hush gives way to a room washed in candle glow. It's the arrival of 2026, and their embrace seems to slow time. Whether the camera is on a tripod or propped on a shelf, you can feel that no one else exists for them in that moment. And then, a soft detail, so gentle you might miss it the first time, becomes the heartbeat of the entire reel. Gökberk's hand finds a stray lock of Cemre's hair, and he smooths it back with a reverence that says everything words can't. It isn't possession. It's devotion. Their eyes meet, and it is the kind of look directors chase for months on set and still never capture. A promise, a gratitude, a here and now, all layered together. Just when you're sure the video will end there, text appears across the frame, a whisper dressed as a headline, the next surprise is closer than you imagine. One sentence, and the internet starts to smoke. Pragmatists insisted hints at a shared project, maybe a streaming drama designed to shatter viewership records, maybe a feature film with that lightning-in-a-bottle chemistry audiences crave. But the tone of the archive. The quiet intimacy, the dogs, the kitchen, the candlelight, nudges us to dream about something deeper. Are we standing at the edge of a wedding no one will forget? Or shall we say it out loud, could this be the gentle prelude to the expansion of their family? The way their bodies fold toward each other in those last frames, protective without being guarded, has fueled 1,000 theories. What Cemre Arda and Gökberk Yildirim have done is drop a pebble with precision and then watch the ripples. They've chosen mystery as their co-author and given us permission to wonder. Here at Turkish Spotlight Secrets, our eyes are wide open. We'll be tracking every ring that flashes, every schedule that aligns a little too perfectly, every caption that reads like code. When the truth steps forward, you will hear it here first. Now the conversation belongs to you. Fill the comments with your predictions. Is 2026 the year of a grand ceremony, a little heartbeat, or a powerhouse collaboration that will monopolize every trending list? Your thoughts not only fuel our investigation, they shape it. If you found this deep dive nourishing, tap like, share this with friends who adore them as much as you do, and remember that you can support this level of exclusive coverage by becoming a member through the join button. Thank you for trusting Turkish Spotlight Secrets to walk the fine line between curiosity and care. Stay tuned, stay curious, and above all, keep your radar fixed right here. Until next time, family, the story continues, and we'll be watching every beautiful turn. There is still one more layer to peel back, because the archive doesn't just reveal moments, it reveals a rhythm. Look closely at the early shots and you catch the quieter choreography of their days. A mug of tea warming Cemre's hands as she perches on a window seat, the steam blurring the distance between outside and in, a notebook with the corners worn where Gökberk has thumbed through pages of ideas, a half-finished puzzle on the table that they clearly refuse to abandon, even if life begs for their attention elsewhere. These aren't props. They are evidence. Their home is not a museum, they use it, live in it, linger in it, and treat it like a refuge that's earned. And then there's the tiny blooper that fans can't stop replaying. In one blink and you miss it cut, Cemre tries to crack an egg and ends up splashing yolk across the counter, and both of them collapse into laughter like kids who got caught sneaking cookies. He sweeps closer with a towel, she swats his shoulder with mock outrage, and for a second you think, yes, This, exactly this, is the unguarded beat everyone craves. It's not a scene you can rehearse. It's a truth that accidentally got filmed. Their training clips have that same flavor of honesty. We see them bargain with each other like teammates at the end of a long match. One more minute, then a stretch. Last set, then playlist time. The camera captures the way Gökberk's voice softens when he wants Cemre to push a little harder, and the way her smile shifts when she decides to do it for herself. That's what love looks like when it's not dressed up, it's a sturdy kind of patience. A promise you make daily with your actions, not just on anniversaries. Back to the snow, and the dogs, and the breath-clouded laughter. There's a candid shot of their boots tucked side by side at the door, damp with melted flakes, and the frame feels like a poem about belonging. You begin to understand why this archive matters. Fame is a lens that can distort. They are giving us another lens, more faithful, less polished, and somehow far more luminous. As for that final tease, the closer than you imagine line has turned even the calmest corners of the industry into amateur detective bureaus. Costume stylists whisper about fittings that went unusually long. Hair artists hint at dates blocked out well in advance. Directors pass around theories over late-night coffees. And yet, none of the speculation eclipses the mood of the footage itself. The archive insists on tenderness. It invites us to be soft, to watch for gestures rather than grand announcements. If there's a ceremony on the horizon, it will be thoughtful. If a role awaits them both, it will be on their terms. If a lullaby is coming, it will be sung in a house already warmed by laughter. So, Turkish Spotlight Secrets family, take a breath with us. We are not in a rush. We are exactly where they want us to be, curious, hopeful, and paying attention. When the next chapter lands, we'll meet it together, with our hearts open and our alerts on. And until then, thank you for walking this path with us, for watching closely, for commenting generously, for lifting up a kind of storytelling that honors the people behind the persona. Subscribe if you haven't, tap that bell, and press join if you want to help us keep turning the spotlight into something tender and true. The year may be ending, but this story has only just begun, and we promise you, we'll be here, counting down to whatever comes next.